Poco jam sezi comme ça. Who told you had a chocolat croissant and the whole time it was a croissant filled with caca in it? Mwen poco jam sezi comme ça. All that money y'all stole from Haiti and y'all not teaching y'all people to take baths during Black Women's Hispanic Heritage Black Women's Month? Chris Colleen, you raggedy ass.
VBS, I just turn the water on. Big old flex, shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like waterfalls. Keeping on my truck, look like bricks.
What's up, guys? It's your sister, Jessie Woo. Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, please make sure that you subscribe, so you can join the Black Women's Tribe during Black Women's Hispanic Black Women's Month. During Black Women's Hispanic Heritage Black Women's Month, okay? Mi gente latino!
Don't know what to say. Mi gente latino.
Okay? During Black Women Sell Your Cruise Black Women's Month, all right? How is my Latinos doing? How are my Latinos doing? By the way, I don't know if you guys noticed, but I don't have carpet in this room anymore. Shout out to my Latino, Emerson. He comes and he does all the renovations in my home, okay? One thing about it, baby, I am from Miami-Dade County. I was raised around Latinos, and I know the Hispanics, when it comes to home renovations, they is the only ones to be trusted. Since I've been here in Atlanta, a lot of like my celebrity friends have had issues with their home renovations. And I'm like, was it a Hispanic? No, that's the problem. Me problem now, oui. That's your problema. You're supposed to hire Juan. You're supposed to hire Jose. You're supposed to hire Emerson, okay? I'm not hiring a non-Hispanic to do no renovations in my home. Period. Take that how you want it. Take that how you want it, baby. It is what it is. If you're going to do something in the Woo household, you finna have to be Hispanic. Point blank, period. Okay? So shout mi gente.
Mi gente latino.
Okay? Shout out to my motherfucking Latinos. They the only ones who could touch my home. Point blank, period. I learned that very early. One thing about Latinos, they gonna work hard, they gonna work quickly, and they gonna get the fuck out the way. Give them their money, and they gonna go about their business. That is a Latino for you, okay? They're efficient, they're quick. All they want is a little Corona. Let them play their little bachata. Let them do their little hop that they be doing, and they get the fuck on. Period. I never have issues when a Hispanic touches my home. It be the rest of y'all. But that's another conversation for another month. Mi gente!
Mi gente latino.
All right. Period. Speaking of periods, y'all, if I sound under the weather, I am. I am currently suffering from period flu. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I don't know, guys. Like, my 30s are kicking my butt. My periods have always been horrible, but this last year, these past couple months, I've been getting the period flu over and over again, and I just, child. So speaking of the period flu, let me tell y'all about the other night. So it's 1 a.m. in the morning. I can't sleep. I start feeling these body aches, back ache, joint pain, pain in my head, pain in my throat, a stuffy nose, and what feels like a fever. And instead of going to sleep, I do what we all do. I start scrolling through my phone, and within 5 minutes, I diagnose myself with everything from anemia to rare disorders, okay? When really it was just period flu. My period flu symptoms were acting a fool. But here's the thing. Instead of continuing to doom scroll while losing sleep and panicking, imagine skipping through all that and getting a real answer from a real doctor. And getting that answer right away. See, that's where today's sponsor comes in. ZocDoc came in clutch for your sister. Now, I've spoken about ZocDoc before on here. So y'all ain't no strangers to ZocDoc on this channel. I hopped on the website, put in my insurance card, and bam! Instantly found doctors in my area who were within my network and had availability within a day or two. Whether you're looking for someone in your network, nearby, available at a specific time, ZocDoc helps you quickly find the doctor for your specific needs. No guesswork, no phone calls. Plus, you can read verified patient reviews and check out detailed doctor profiles, so you know exactly what to expect before you step into the office. And the best part, you can see the doctor's real appointment openings. Choose a time that works for you and book an appointment that happens within 24 to 72 hours. And sometimes even the same day, like I did. And ZocDoc isn't just for a specific type of healthcare. They have got over 100,000 providers across nearly every specialty, from mental health to dental, eye care to skin care, and so much more. So, the next time you catch yourself doom scrolling symptoms late night like I was, skip the stress and go straight to ZocDoc. Go to ZocDoc to book a real doctor and get the answers that you need and the care that you need right away. So, stop putting off those doctor appointments and go to ZocDoc.com/jessiewoo to find and instantly book a top-rated doctor today. Thank you so much to ZocDoc for sponsoring us today. And now let's get back to the video. All right, y'all. So let's get into Love is Blind France. All right. Love is Blind France has come to an end. I think that the reunion's coming on next week, which I think is crazy. Like, why would y'all make us wait 2 weeks, child? Después parler pour une semaine ça, okay? C'est why? Pour qui ça? Pourquoi? Pourquoi? C'est quoi ça? Why am I having to wait till la semaine prochaine for the motherfucking réunion? Okay? But anyway, I'm running late anyway. Y'all know I was down to the CBC. So let's get into this review. All right. Love is Blind France. We start off this episode. We are at the dress try-ons. So all the croissant hoes done tried their dresses on, and we have Tatiana who's last, and she breaks her silence and she lets us know she won't be trying on no dresses.
I won't try on any dresses today.
Thank God, because bitch, I saw that parental meetup, okay? I saw the way your mama spoke to Yannick, and I ain't appreciate that. And for those of y'all who didn't see that, let me just remind y'all how that went.
He doesn't want to sign. He doesn't want to go any further. We understood. That's it. Just call things off. That's all.
But once again, the contract isn't the problem.
It is a problem.
It was just so fucking weird. So weird. So anyway, he goes to meet Tatiana's mom. Immediately, she's fuming because he didn't sign the prenup. Why are you here? Why did you not sign the prenup? And her mom was like, ou pap marié? Pap gen mariage, pap gen mariage, pap gen mariage jodi ya, pap gen mariage.
When I look at you today, I don't see a future. Even if my daughter wants this, I'll say no. And if I say no, it won't happen.
Li pat vle sign prenup lan, pap fout gen mariage. Nou pap marié. Nou pap fout marié. No prenup, no mariage. No prenup, no mariage. I mean, she was going the fuck in. So Tatiana then brought up, and he never apologized for the perfume date. He never apologized to me about the perfume date. And as he's trying to explain himself, her mom jumps in. Vous avez pris le rendez-vous et tu n'es pas venu? Pap gen mariage jodi ya, nou pap fout marié. Nou pap fout marié. T'as pris le rendez-vous et tu n'es pas venu? Ou pap fout marié. There is no mariage jodi ya, pap gen mariage. I mean, she's chewing this motherfucker up.
His problem is that he's scared. Right away, he panics. You're going to smother me. There's something that's not right.
And she's like, so, you not showing up to this perfume date, that lets me know how you gonna treat her son. Yeah, nah. You can't be with my daughter. You can't be with my daughter. So then, like, he tries to interrupt and say, hey, like, I'm trying to explain myself. You're not really allowing me to. You can't talk like that to me. And she's like, I'ma talk to you how I want to talk to you.
I need to.
No. I will talk to you however I want. No, but
you asked me to
you
explain.
You can explain yourself, but I can tell you you're wrong.
If I want to cuss you out, I'ma do that. If I want to yell at you, I'ma do that. If I want to, I'ma do, like, the way she, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Unique, if I was your sister,
Parce que m'ta besoin connaître à qui moun wap fout parler comme ça. À qui moun ou pense wap parler comme ça. You would have to explain that to me before I make you disappear.
Moi pas comprendre. Eh oh.
Before I snatch your tongue out your mouth. Because who are you talking to? You cannot talk to people like that. I'm sorry. That's not how you talk to someone who is literally trying to get to know your daughter. Yes, you know, what he did was wrong, but yeah, no. That's not, like, nobody's going to marry your daughter, ma'am. If that's your behavior and your daughter's behavior when she's signaling you to come bite him like a sick dog, nobody's going to marry your daughter. Nobody wants that in their lives. Nobody. Nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. That's not how you speak to people at all. Then she started telling Yannick how he's not on her level. I think his phone rang and she's like, silence your phone.
You're not up to her level.
But it's not.
Put it on silent.
Yes, I'm.
Like, it just was uncomfortable to watch. It was uncomfortable. I thought I thought I had seen some really bad mother meetups on Love is Blind, but Love is Blind France, this mother meetup is the worst one. The worst one I've ever seen. The worst one I have ever seen. She didn't let him know, listen, I don't give a fuck if my daughter wants a future with you. What I say goes. She not gonna have no future with you. Y'all not getting married. It's over. The end. And then you had her interact. Oh, he wants his freedom. He wants his freedom. He not trying to get married. He wants his freedom.
He has this intense need for freedom, and I understand that. I'm not here to take away people's freedom, but he didn't come to the perfume workshop.
Girl, the way yeah, Tatiana, it's not gonna happen for you, boo. It's not gonna happen for you, boo. If this is your approach, if this is how you've been approaching getting married and trying to find your forever, between your constant crying, between your constant manipulation tactics, between the controlling tactics, and then your mother, your pit bull mother, it's not gonna work. So yeah, Yannick is dodging a major bullet, well, or so it seems, because we have Tatiana saying she don't want to try on no dresses.
First time I wore a wedding dress, I had faith. I got divorced, and now I'll wear a dress only if I'm sure.
When she got married the first time, she had faith, and I guess this time she doesn't, and she just feels like things are a little bit too difficult. So, you know, she feels like it's a sign for her not to try on her dress. Period. Good for you. Get the fuck on, because you are not marriage material. I'm here to tell you, Tatiana, le mariage est pas pour toi. Okay? Le mariage n'est pas pour toi. All right? You are not marriage material. So sorry to break it to you, sister. And I know we got a much more ground to cover, and we're going to get to that. But I just want to let you know one more time, after seeing the way you prepped your mother to speak to Yannick, I was so disgusted. It was disgusting the way your mother spoke to that man. And you know what's crazy too? Like, I looked at your mother's ring. I looked at your mother's hands. No ring. No ring on her arm. Okay? No ring on her arm, which lets me know that whoever your father was, things didn't work out with your mother. I wonder why. I wonder why. And then the more I sat on it, I thought to myself, is it a colorism thing maybe? You know, because when your mom kept saying that Yannick was not on, you're not on my daughter's level. You're not on my daughter's level. Tu n'es pas au niveau. Tu n'es pas au niveau. I just felt like, was she calling him broke, or was it like a colorism thing, right? And then so come to find out, because remember, I was like, okay, is Yannick a brokey? Like, the way she talks to him, the way she was trying to force him to sign the prenup, but he didn't want to sign. But then also the way she wouldn't give him time for him to review the prenup, to sign the prenup. I thought that was weird. First and foremost, like, expecting someone to sign a prenup right then and there when they first see it is insane. But also just the way her mom and her were talking about it, I was like, okay, is Yannick a brokey? Well, come to find out, according to Storytime with Ricky, the man is very well off.
Yannick is rich, you guys, and actually owns multiple businesses. Why the fuck would Netflix set his ass up like that? Because they definitely made it seem like he was broke and impressed by Tatiana's bag and didn't want to sign the prenup because he was a broke 50-50 man. I even said it in my review, like, it's giving bro. Guys, this man has 9 active businesses. Got a coin. Allegedly, he got more coin than Tatiana. First up, he's got a production house, and get this, Netflix is actually one of his fucking clients because there's a popular TV show out in France called Lupin. I've seen it actually on Netflix before, Lupin come up, and yeah, they worked with his production company for that. If you scroll through this Instagram, he's worked with ads like Nike, Prada, Kenzo. Apparently, he charges $20,000 a day. Also has an LED screen company, and he's worked with like big names like Karl Lagerfeld, is that how you say it? And Christian Louboutin. I don't know how y'all say it in France. I know I'm saying that wrong. He's even got a cute little coffee shop / restaurant where allegedly they were supposed to film a scene here where he took Tatiana on a date here, but they never filmed it. That's just what a little birdie told me. He's got a podcast studio, which allegedly this was his first little business just to establish his finances. And his most lucrative business is apparently his real estate business, where he has a bunch of Airbnbs that he rents out, and he owns his apartment and his offices and his restaurant. Okay, he's got a big bag. Big Yannick, not the little one. That the whole conversation between moving with Tatiana was more so based around the fact that he owns his apartment and she rents her apartment. And apparently France laws are like really strict on like removing tenants from a rental. So that's why it was a discussion, because he owns his property and she rents, and his property is close to his restaurant and his office. That's more so why he wanted to stay in his apartment. I think it's really fucked up that they showed us, you know, Tatiana's businesses and her presenting those businesses to Yannick, but they did not show us Yannick presenting his businesses to Tatiana, because that makes them seem more equally yoked. It seemed like he was so impressed by her businesses that he didn't want to sign the prenup and that he was just trying to mooch off of her, when that's not the case, because Yannick's got a bag of his own, okay? A little birdie also told me that regarding that infamous perfume scene that we saw where we're like, what the fuck, how you late to a date you set? He actually called her an hour before to cancel, and she was still at home when he canceled on her. Like, she wasn't at the perfume shop when he canceled. So that was just a little scheme that Todd set up, okay? Little birdie also told me that he did meet her son. He actually met her son, that the meeting went very well, and that scene was also cut. I know in this week's episode, we see like they have a discussion about Tatiana being late to the prenuptial appointment. And this starts to make a lot more sense of like why he didn't sign, why they didn't have time to go through the documents fully. Is if you're 2 hours late, we don't have time to properly look at these documents. And considering that he has a bunch of money, a bunch of shit that he needs to protect as well, I can now see why he wanted to look it over, take more time to review it. He didn't want to just sign it. They made it seem like he didn't want to sign it because he broke and he trying to get her coin. I'm told, a little birdie also told me that they had an appointment for a prenuptial. She didn't end up making that appointment whatsoever. So they revamped it to him meeting her mom, and that's why he showed up to her mom's with nothing in his hand, because it was not a pre-planned scene. That production basically begged him to go to that scene because him and Tatiana had just had a big argument about her not showing up. Yeah. And regarding that 50-50 chat, I heard that Yannick has dated women in the past that used him specifically for his money and for what he has. Not saying that that's the case with Tatiana, because clearly she has her own thing going on. So he really is looking for a partnership, not somebody that wants to be provided for, even though he has the money. Okay. So not all rich people, or not all, you know, people with money want to be providers. They still want their partner to contribute evenly, which that's fine, to each their own, right? Yeah, apparently Yannick's got a bag, a big one. Not to make this a comparison, because Tatiana is a boss bitch in her own right, and she should be very proud of everything that she's built. I just think it's really shady the way that Netflix portrayed this. They definitely portrayed it like Yannick was not equally yoked to her financially. Now, emotionally and all of that, that's a different fucking story. But they definitely portrayed it in a light like, ooh, she's got a coin. I don't want to sign the prenup. Ooh, I'm so impressed by her businesses because I don't have shit going for myself. Like, I think we even heard the mom say to him at one point, like, you're not on her level. Like, whole time he is on her level, like financially, you know what I mean? And to be honest, emotionally, in these recent episodes, Tatiana seemed like the one that was a little emotionally unstable. Yeah, I just had to come on here and tell y'all that Netflix did your boy dirty. Netflix did your boy dirty because he's got a lot going for himself, and we didn't see any of that. We didn't even see him talk about his job or show her job. So as a viewer, we were left to assume he didn't have a job. Blink, blink. You know what I'm saying? So that's the tea on Yannick. He got that coin.
Justice pour Yannick. Justice pour Yannick. This is why I will never stop calling Chris Colleen a raggedy ass bitch. A raggedy ass hoe. And anybody who stands in my way of calling Chris Colleen a raggedy ass hoe, you gonna get dragged too. By your edgeless forehead. Okay? This is what they did to this black man during Black Women's Hispanic Heritage Black Women's Month. Raggedy. So imagine you're 39 years old. You're renting, right? You have all these businesses, but you're renting. This man owns his homes. Of course, he wanted to take time to make sure that the prenup was up to his standard as well because he has shit to secure. You ain't got shit to secure. You're renting. You're renting, plus you have a child with someone else. Like, he needs time to get, like, he can't just sign some shit just like that unless it is also pleasing to him. So I just really didn't understand that. I'm pretty sure she was aware. She had to be aware of where Yannick was financially. So her mom treating him like this, I'm like, okay, was it a colorism thing? Like, is she looking for a little cooler? Because looking at her mama look like she bleached. I saw them knuckles. Maman, so son si blanc. Maman kon passe crème. Oui, Tatiana. Maman kon passe crème. You want to see somebody's passing crème? Just look at them knuckles. Just look at them knuckles. Very telling, okay? Please, free. I want my Caribbean people, I want my African people to be free from skin bleaching. Okay? Maman passe crème. I don't know. It was just sinister the way your mom was talking to that man. It just was nasty as fuck. And it was clear that you prepared your mom for that conversation. And I'm sorry, you're too old. You're a mom. You're too old to be sicking your mother on another adult on your behalf. I just thought that it was just whack. So anyway, I'm happy that she ain't trying on no dresses. So post her making the decision to not try on any dresses, you see Yannick meet up with his brother. And so he tells his brother that he found out that Tatiana didn't try on any dresses, right? So while everybody was trying on their dresses, she didn't try on any dresses. So I guess maybe somebody from production let him know.
I was told Tatiana didn't want to try on any dresses. So I was like, what's going on with her?
But he found out that she didn't try on any dresses, and he's been trying to contact her. He's been calling her over and over again, sending her long messages, letting her know how much he loves her and how much he's still willing to make things work. And she's just ignoring it.
You can't ghost someone for 2 days, nothing. You can't send a long text message saying, I love you, this is what I want with you, and have the person not respond.
And so he tells his brother, despite all of this, despite the mother, despite Tatiana behaving the way she is, despite her best friend being his ex, which we have no update on that. No update on that. I still don't understand how her best friend used to date Yannick, yet her best friend never told her about Yannick. I don't understand that. Mind you, your best friend is called auntie by your son. That makes no sense to me, right? But anyway, despite all that, he's still willing to make things work with her. And his brother's like, baby, I don't... It sounds like to me that this is over. Okay? But it's over now. How you me say it's over now in Hispanic. Hold on. Okay, Google Translate said that it's se acabó. I don't know. I feel like that's not Hispanic enough. Let me know. Drop in the comments. Let me know during Black Women's Hispanic Heritage Black Women's Month. During Black Women's Mi Gente Black Women's Month. But I know how to say it in French. C'est fini. Okay? But anyway, despite all that, Yannick still decides to go and meet up with Tatiana. So he meets up with Tatiana in the apartment that they share. And immediately, you have her having an attitude. He's telling her how beautiful she looks, that she's smiling. He loves seeing her smile.
It's good to see you smiling.
I smile very often.
Okay.
It's true that you haven't had much opportunity to see it. I didn't really understand everything.
I just couldn't give you no smile because, it was always confusing being with you. Like, she's just already going off and having a nasty ass attitude. So she just said, listen, like, they're always in conflict, and that's just not what she's interested in. She's not interested in being, continuously in conflict. And he's like, listen, like, I know things have been hard. Things have not been easy, but there's so much love between us that I am willing to make things work.
I think before even thinking about marriage, what matters is what's going on between us. For me, it's hard, but I'm making efforts.
And she immediately interrupts him and she's like, listen, you are always talking in theory. You always got something nice to say, but reality is something different. Okay?
Yannick, I'm sorry, but I need to say it. You're very much into theory. Everything you say is beautiful. It's always wonderful. Wow, it sounds great.
And immediately she talks about the whole notary situation. So apparently they had gone back to the notary. I think he went back by himself to go sign the prenup to her knowledge, right? But she's upset that the prenup that she had set up is not the prenup that he was ready to sign. Basically, when he went to the notary, he had his adjustments to the prenup, and she didn't appreciate that.
We're never on the same page. We were supposed to agree on something that could benefit both of us.
She wanted them to be on the same accord and to sign the prenup that she set up for him to sign. Remember, Yannick's whole thing was percentages. He wasn't mad at signing a prenup. He wanted to make sure that the percentages were fair to him. She wanted him to pay for everything. She wanted him to be financially responsible for everything. And so that also kind of lets me know what she wanted. Basically, like, let's say if there was a breakup to happen, who knows? Like, you can only imagine what the setup was that she wanted. Because remember, she said, oh, if I lose my businesses or if I lose this or that, I don't want my lifestyle to change if I'm losing my income. I want my lifestyle to remain the same. And so you can only imagine that when it came to him, now that we know that this man is better off financially than her, of course he wasn't just going to sign the prenup that she wanted him to sign. That doesn't make sense. So then she says that when he was at the notary, she called him and he basically was very stern with her. She said that he was disrespectful, but
when we went back to the notaries, you talked down to me on the phone. Your tone was harsh. I'm not your child or your younger sister. You don't talk to me like that. You don't tell me I'm out of here, I'm leaving.
Something tells me that Yannick was not disrespectful to her. It seems like he was very stern with her. Like, girl, listen, fuck all that shit that you talking about. You talking to me crazy. Your mom done talk to me crazy. I'm still willing to do this, but this prenup is going to be financially good for me as well. Period. Like, I'm not going into this situation giving you all my money. And remember too, if you watched when she said no to putting on the dress at the wedding shop, she was saying she didn't want to be with nobody who wasn't going to lessen her load. Like, it just seems like Tatiana was looking for someone who has money and someone who she could basically depend on financially. And I'm not saying that that's wrong, but at the same time, you have to be realistic with yourself and think, listen, I'm in this experiment where I'm meeting a total stranger. He's also meeting a total stranger. Just because you think you're going to hit the jackpot doesn't mean that person doesn't have the right to protect their jackpot, bitch. Okay? Like, I want you to be so for fucking real right now.
As soon as I try to make a point, when you don't want to hear it,
you're wrong.
Can I make my point?
You can, but you're wrong.
And so they're going back and forth, and he was like, yo, you hung up on me. And she's like, yeah, if I want to hang up on you, that's exactly what I'm gonna do. Clickety click, nigga.
Every time you talk down to me, I'll hang up on you. Click.
What the hell going on, child? The croissant people. Who stuffs your croissant with coal? Who stuffs your croissant with doo-doo? Okay? Who told you had a chocolat croissant and the whole time it was a croissant filled with caca in it? Damn, girl. So anyway, they're going back and forth, and she's like, I've had enough of this. I've had enough of this. I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Every day we're having the same discussion. C'est la même discussion. C'est la même chose. C'est le même sujet. Like, I'm done talking about the same thing.
We're going in circles, discussing the same issues all night. I won't marry you.
All good.
I knew I wasn't going to marry you.
And he's still being patient. Like, girl, like, your problem is that you just want to dictate to me what it's going to be. And the moment I propose my thought process to you, you don't want to hear it. And she proves him right, because as they're going back and forth, she calls him a 35-year-old child.
I'm tired of arguing with a 35-year-old child, discussing the same issues all night. I won't marry you.
All good.
I knew I wasn't going to marry you.
Calls him a 35-year-old child, slams the door, and leaves him where he's at in the apartment.
That's
I
it.
sincerely hope from the bottom of my heart you'll want to listen to people when they talk to you. That's all. If you respect people, they'll love you. I'll be the first, but...
And I thought it was very rich, her calling him a 35-year-old child. This woman is 39 years old. 39 years old, and she has a son. A child, I believe, that is 10 years old. So you're a mom. You're 39 years old. And at the tender age of 39, you were sicking your mom on this man to disrespect him in your honor. When you could have just told him, hey, you know what? You don't want to sign the prenup. We can end things here. No, you sicked your mom on him to do it. But he's a child. You're renting. He's owning. But he's a child. You're the one looking for him to provide for you. You're the one telling him that he needs to pay, because that's how it is in Africa. Mind you, bitch, y'all are in France. Okay? Tu es en France. All right? Y'all are in France. Okay? Dusty ass, musty ass France. Okay? And your musty ass behavior is showing you're calling this man a child while slamming the door in his face while he's calmly talking to you. Who's the child here? I think that Yannick dodged a bullet. I would love to interview Yannick. Y'all think Yannick will come on the channel? I would love to interview him. I hope he speaks English, because my French is not that great, and I know most of y'all don't speak French like that. But I would love to interview him. How dare you make me feel bad for an African man living in France, dusty ass France that owes my ancestors money. Toute l'argent France doit Haiti, and you making me feel bad for an African man living in France. Mind you, usually the African men be showing their ass. Okay, Love is Blind, between Love is Blind UK and Love is Blind France, the African guys are coming through, and they're making it up for the SKs of the world. I do not. Okay? Between Yannick and Demola, the African men are redeeming y'all overseas. Okay? The rest of y'all just be showing y'all ass. But anyway, Yannick was in the kitchen in the apartment just talking about how sad he was, because in the beginning there seemed to be just so much promise for them, and he's just shocked and sad at how they ended up where they ended up.
It's very sad. Looking back on our early days, it was great. But reality slaps you in the face.
I'm going to tell you something, Yannick. You were blinded by her ass, her looks, and l'amour noir, okay? There was no love there. As someone who was watching this show, the moment y'all got back to France, it was a wrap. There was a major shift in her attitude. To be honest, since that last date that y'all had in Morocco, and she was crying and carrying on because you told her, hey, I don't know if I want to move to Puto, you know? And she wasn't willing to have that discussion. She didn't want to have that discussion because she has a son. Mind you, this man owns his home. She's renting. But she didn't want to drive. And he's like, listen, I don't want us to make a decision we don't have to necessarily make the decision right now. Let's at least converse. Let's go back and forth and make a decision together. She didn't want to do that. She did not want to make decisions together. It was clear, okay? I think you were just blinded by your exotical. A mixed girl with a big ass. And that was it. I think it was all lust. She probably had some good coochie. She had some good coochie. Tatiana looked like she had some good box on her. I ain't gonna hold you, but I think that's about it. I'm very iffy on if there was love there. Because let me tell you something. I love my man. My mother could never talk to my man the way Tatiana's mother talked to Yannick. Ever. Ever. And as someone who will be a mother of a son one day, I dare a bitch to think they can talk to my son like that. I don't give a fuck how much my son loves your daughter. You talk to my son like that, tu te rends dedans. Dehors. Dehors. Okay? Eh, wapè di donc. Tu te rends dedans. Dehors. Okay? Let me know what y'all think about the whole Yannick and Tatiana situation. I think he dodged a major bullet. Major bullet. Also, I thought it was interesting how she told him in the conversation, I'm not going to marry you. I was not going to marry you. You knew you was so you was just wasting this man's time. Like, why are you here? Go find you some old rich guy. That's probably what her son's dad was, and that didn't work out. So good luck to you. Kim and Tomas. Tomas went to go visit his daughter without Kim. And I guess he came back to let her know, how the visit went.
Did you talk with her about a relationship?
She just wants me to be happy. Then she will be too.
She understands what it means?
Yeah, she does.
Kim expressed being worried that Tomas might not want to have a child because he already has an 8-year-old and she wants a child within 1 to 2 years, She said that she's been practicing being a mom by having her dog. And I really don't understand people who say this. Like, I get it. Dogs are huge responsibilities, but I don't know. Maybe because I don't have a dog, I don't see I don't see the relation between having a dog and having a child. Maybe y'all can drop down in comments and let me know, but I never get that type of commentary. Chloe and Alexandre. So Alexandre leaves the apartment.
I'm getting nervous, very nervous. We don't feel the same way, and I don't want Chloe and I to hurt each other. I'm in a state of emotional uncertainty.
And he retreats to his apartment, his own place, to clear his head. And his brother comes over, and watching his brother kiss him like this at the doorway, I was like, yeah, this is so French. This is the croissant people down, baby. Even the men gonna kiss each other.
What's up? No.
What's up?
Good?
How are you?
I'm good.
But he tells his brother, basically, he does not have the feelings that he thinks should be there for marriage.
As of now, I have feelings, but it's not true love yet.
Don't make compromises.
Right.
You go with your own rhythm. Do your own thing. If you need to take things slowly, take your time with certain things.
And his brother, commends him for retreating back to his apartment and taking the time away from Chloe to gather his thoughts. My thing is, while I'm watching this, is it doesn't give that this man wants to be married. He said it time and time again in his confessionals. So I'm not understanding why he's just not telling Chloe he doesn't want to get married to her. Like, is the contract that strict? Like, because I've seen in other seasons where people are like, this ain't it. So I'm not understanding. Is the French contract strict? Like, what is it? What is it? I mean, we saw Cynthia and Jonathan not make it. So why is it that Alexandre is still here trying to fake the funk? I don't get it. I just don't get it. So Chloe goes over to Charles and Julie's house, and she let them know that, hey, Alexandre left for a couple days, and Charles actually reassured her that, listen, I do think that the feelings are there for Alexandre. He probably just doesn't realize that they're there yet.
I'm convinced that some part of him loves you. No doubt about that. He might just need to become aware of his feelings and everything.
And I'm like, ooh, well, I mean, he's kind of in the same situation, but the flip side, because we know that Julie did not find him attractive. Julie at first did not feel the same way because she didn't find him attractive, but look at how far him and Julie have come. So, you know, I guess he's giving Chloe hope, but I'm just like, I don't know, y'all. Like, that man do not love that lady. Like, he might like her, but he don't love that lady. So why is y'all trying to get him? Like, what's going on? What's in the croissants? What's happening? Like, what's sacre bleu? What's going on? Like, why are we trying to force this? Sabrina and Vanmi. Vanmi is headed out for the night while Sabrina is not. And the way she interrogated this man before he went on out with his friends.
What are your plans tonight?
Tonight?
Where are you going? Whose birthday is it?
Christians.
Who's going apart from Christian? What time is this place close? And after that, you'll come home?
And then she's like, you know, I mean, he knows that I ain't got no plans for the night. You know, he knows that I ain't got nothing planned for the night. And why would he not invite me out with his friends? Bitch, have you seen yourself out with his friends before? We seen the episodes, okay? Last time y'all went out with a group of people, you was telling a group of people how he called you cute instead of beautiful, and then you was accusing him of being attracted to what's her name? The lawyer lady, because she has olive skin and dark hair. Like, girl, don't nobody got time for that. Like, what? On n'a pas le temps. On n'a pas le temps. Am I saying it right for the croissant people? On n'a pas le temps. Okay? We ain't got time for that, boo. Sit your ass at home. You actually do need to sit your ass at home alone in your room for a little bit and think. Think about the way you've been behaving. Whew. My God. I hope he leaves and never returns.
Bye, babe.
Give me a hug.
Julie and Charles are at home. Charles gets home from work and she in the kitchen making cutlets and vegetables and rice. Yes, God. One thing about the when will my reflection show? People, they finna get down with the cutlets. They finna make you some cutlets, some rice, and some vegetables. Mind you, by the way, the when will my reflection show? People make a nasty ass rice, okay? One thing about it, don't nobody make white rice like Asian people. Well, actually, Haitian white rice is the best. But when it comes to white rice, I feel like only Haitians and Asian people can do that. Everybody else, just sit your ass down somewhere. But anyway, she making the white rice with the chicken cutlets and the, is it chicken cutlets? I don't know. She making some type of cutlets and some vegetables, child. And then they sat down and they started going back and forth about keeping the house clean. So they going back and forth. And we find out that Julie is kind of messy.
Like, I know you don't like doing the dishes. I know that. So I do them.
I did all the dishes yesterday, FYI.
Mind you, she is at home right now. She's not working. She's not going back to work until after the weddings, it looks like. And so she's spending her days, you know, going to bed like at 3 o'clock, waking up at noon. And this man is still coming home to a dirty house.
I'm at home a lot, so I often clean the house too. You don't think so?
I don't know. Yesterday I sorted the laundry while I was on a call.
Now, here's my thing, right? I don't believe in a man like expecting you to be his maid or whatever. But if you're currently not working, the least you could do is clean up the house. Like, keep the house clean. Like, what? It's only 2 of y'all, mind you, right? And then he was talking about how he has to do the laundry. He has to fold the laundry. The one time that she did the laundry, she ruined his clothes. Like, they was just going back and forth. And you come to realize that she is salope. Saloperie. I mean, listen, it tracks. She's French, okay? Like, she might be, when will my reflection show? But she's also French, okay? So that cancels out the when will my reflection show? Because she's in France. And we know that French people don't even bathe, okay? French people will put on deodorant and say, oh, le déodorant, c'est pour 72 ans, 72 heures. On n'a pas besoin de prendre de bain parce que le déodorant.
This is probably the biggest cliche about French people. We don't wear deodorant. We don't shower. We stink and we are rude. Mais ça, c'est autre chose. Of course, we use deodorant. We even have deodorant that goes up to 72 hours. Then we don't have to shower every day. It makes sense. Save water, save the planet. Hello.
Nasty ass motherfuckers. One thing about French people, okay? One thing about the French, all that money y'all stole from Haiti. And y'all not teaching y'all people to take baths during Black Women's Hispanic Heritage Black Women's Month. Chris Colleen, you raggedy asshole. Somehow you're responsible for this shit. I'm on your ass. Okay? But anyway, somehow Julie is able to gaslight Charles by using his pointing out that she's not that she's not into cleanliness as basically him kind of attacking her and him showing her that he is basically not going to choose her. Julie, you do this a lot. Like I'm team Julie. But
it upset me when he said I don't know how to keep an apartment. I didn't really like that. It's not cool because we're not in a pissing contest.
Julie, you do a lot of deflecting and you a little gaslighty a little bit. I'm going to need you to go to therapy for that. You down to Love is Blind, but you're another one that needs therapy, okay? Because you have this very strong feeling of abandonment that you really need to get checked on. You need to be on somebody's couch, not on Love is Blind, but you know, hey, alas. Here we are. Vanmi and Sabrina. Vanmi gets to meet Sabrina's parents. And here he comes with that awkward ass smile. One thing.
Vanmi, we can kiss?
Of course.
I'm good, and you?
I'm good. This has been Vanmi the entire... I mean, one thing about Vanmi, he gonna have that awkward ass motherfucking smile. Anyway, they meet her parents and I think her friends. And to be honest, I kind of felt like this was awkward. I think her parents were sweet. I think I like Vanmi, but I don't like Sabrina for him at all. At all. Like his sister said, that bitch is a psychopath. Point blank, period. Like all her screws are loose. I do not like her for him at all. Anyway, her daddy asked him about Sabrina, like what does Sabrina bring to him? And he was like, oh, she brings me joy. She brings me happiness.
She's a very caring person. I think she's very brave. It brings me a lot of joy. We laugh a lot together.
That man was lying through his bonded teeth. Okay. Talking about she brings you joy. Shut your ass up, Vanmi. That lady brings you anxiety and darkness. Anxiety and sadness, bitch, okay? That is what Sabrina brings you. You was just at that table just lying through your bonded motherfucking teeth. I was screaming at the motherfucking TV like, sir, please. Pourquoi tu mens? Like, please stop lying. Stop lying. So then her friend asked, well, can you tell me one of your flaws? And it took him a while. It was giving.
Honestly, I don't know.
You don't know?
I'm not saying I don't have any, but
He
I
has
don't
no
know.
flaws.
And I was just thinking, so you're not going to tell her your number one flaw that you call that lady cute? That's like, I'm surprised Sabrina didn't answer that for him and say, well, he calls me cute. He calls me cute. He shows me pictures of his exes. After I asked him to show me pictures of his exes, because I'm obsessed with his exes and I'm obsessed with his female clientele that comes to his office to get their back cracked. I'm surprised she didn't answer that question for his ass. But anyway, he said finally that his flaw was that he doesn't take initiative.
Oh, go ahead.
I don't necessarily take the initiative. And that's a flaw,
a lack of
for sure.
initiative.
A lack of initiative.
Whatever, child. I don't see this going nowhere. Next. Chloe and Alexandre have dinner, and he flat out lets her know, listen, I don't have the feelings that lead to marriage, okay?
I don't like the situation I'm putting you in. I mean, I don't want to play with your feelings.
I'm not feeling getting married. I ain't feeling you. I ain't feeling this experiment. I ain't feeling a wedding dress. I ain't feeling a wedding chapel. I ain't feeling it, okay? I'm not feeling it. And then on top of that, he let her know that he had plans before this experiment. And that when he was in his last relationship, that he let the focus of his relationship derail his plans. This man wants to live in the mountains somewhere, okay?
I told you about a plan I had with one of my exes. It was to go live in the mountains. I sacrificed what I wanted for her sake so she could get a job and stuff.
He want to be in the mountains somewhere with no electricity, you know, possibly fighting bears and tigers and, you know, oh my, all that shit. And here go Chloe ass.
Are you telling me that you want to stop because you want to go to the mountains and I don't?
It's a question.
Actually, I'm really flexible.
I live in the mountains. I could work from anywhere. I could work from the mountains. And see, Chloe, I like you. I feel like Chloe is the most likable cast member of this season. I really want you to end up happy, but I'm kind of worried that Chloe's a pick-me. You're doing way too much folding for somebody who won't even lay something out. You folding too much, okay, for somebody who won't even lay something out for you. So I don't know, sister. But if you like it, I love it. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. I'm loving it. I'm loving it, sister. I'm just saying, like, that man do not want to get married. I don't know what's going on, but okay. Chloe and Charles go to dinner, and while they're at dinner, she breaks down in tears, talking about how, you know, she has a very big fear of abandonment and that their conversation about laundry made her think that it would lead to him abandoning her.
It's been 8 years since I fell in love, and now that I'm in love with you, I'm scared you'll abandon me. I'm scared you'll actually say no, you know?
And he's like, girl, excuse the fuck out of me for trying to figure out if we can live together. I want to make sure that we can cohabitate, that we can coexist for a long periodically time during Black Women's, mi gente, Black Women's Month. Okay?
It's more about the practical things in our daily lives than I need answers to.
I can see that I'm looking for the emotional side of you, and you're looking for the more practical.
Like, this is serious. We're talking about a marriage, okay? And she's like, I don't think that we need to figure out whether we could live together. No. No, ma'am. No, man, that's not how this gonna work.
I need to know if we can live together.
I disagree.
They then start going back and forth, and she gets really mean. Like, she's like, listen, like, you're not emotional. You're not emotionally connected. She kind of starts being short with him. And, you know, then he's like, yo, like, you're not nice. A lot of times, like, when you're talking to me, I feel like you're attacking me.
I'm trying to express things to you, and you're being defensive. You're not taking a step back from the talk we had. To be able to discuss it,
I am taking a step back. I'm telling you that
And, you know, then she starts crying, and I don't know, child. My thing, Julie, ou salope, ou salope, nèg la di kon sa, ou salope, li pa ka fè toute ville kote la frotte culotte pou ou. Li pa ka fè ça. Chaque jour c'est frotte culotte, chaque jour c'est frotte dishwasher. You need to clean up. Clean up after yourself. Okay? One thing about it, Charlie's a French man, but he's not adopting the salope side of being French. And what he's saying is, bitch, you want to get married? You're going to have to stop being a salope. Ou salope, toi. Et puis fatigué. Et sou pa ka sispon fè salope yo, li pap fout Mario, pap fout gen mariage. That's it. Charles said, listen, I'm a French man, but I'm not the 72 deodorant type of French man, okay? Get it fucking together if you want to get married and talk to me nicely, bitch. Damn. Then she started crying and carrying on, and he told her he loved her and all that. They made up and whatever. Move on. Chloe brings Alexandre rock climbing in hopes that he will magically fall in love with her.
So I wanted to do an activity that would allow us to reconnect.
I can't help but to go back and think about the first episode where Chloe sang to this man. Some people want it war. Chloe, I like you a lot, but sister, hopefully he magically falls in love with your ass. I can't. Bachelorette parties, and bachelor party. This shit was whack as fuck. What even was this? I mean, shout out to Chloe for dancing for the girlies. Okay, Chloe was up there twerking. She was giving it the best that she got, baby. She was shaking that ass. Okay. But mbakwa mbakwa I did not get these bachelor parties at all, child. So let's just move on to the wedding day. So wedding day comes. It is Chloe and Alexandre are up first. The grandmother of Alexandre comes into town from Guadeloupe. And come to find out, the town that she lives in Guadeloupe, is a town that Chloe once did, I believe, her I don't know if it was her residency or if she actually worked as a therapist in that town.
Chloe loves Guadeloupe. She worked in Petitbourg for 4 years.
I live in Petitbourg. Well, you really lucked out.
Yeah.
So they had that connection, and his grandmother was very, very beautiful. Very, very beautiful. Remind me of my grandma. So it was beautiful seeing that. Then you had Chloe's mom visit her in her bridal room, and her mother got to it like, okay, girl, so where do y'all stand? Do you know where he stands? Do you know if he loves you? Are you willing to get married to a man who hasn't said he loves you? You telling him you love him, but he ain't tell you he love you, and you want to get married? What is this?
Do you know how he feels about you? Are you willing to say yes without knowing whether Alex is as sure as you are?
But anyway, Chloe looked it good, bitch. Chloe looked it good. I'm so happy she did not wear that big ass wedding cake dress. The dress she went with for her wedding day, chef's motherfucking kiss.
It's not easy, but I've reached a point where I can put my pride aside because Alex is worth it. And I know he's the love of my life.
Chloe, you looked it good, ho. You look it good. But anyway, this is where the episode ends. And then we go to episode 9. And we open episode 9 with their wedding. Alexandre was walked down the aisle by his grandmother, which I thought was beautiful. And Chloe looked gorgeous coming down the aisle with her father. I don't know, y'all. I was cringing when Chloe was saying her vows because she was talking about, thanking him for allowing her to, give love another chance. And I'm just like, girl, what is it? This man ain't never said he loved you.
I'm so extremely grateful to be able to give love another chance. And I thank you for letting me do so. I wish us both a journey towards true and lasting happiness.
He never said he loved you. And then he says his vows, and I'm just like,
well,
okay.
Chloe.
It's just not giving. It's not giving. Like, he stuttered a lot. Like, what was going on? What's in the croissants? What did they put in his croissants? Because it damn sure wasn't chocolat. Okay, did somebody put some poison in this motherfucker's croissants? Why is he stuttering like this? Doctor, somebody please get this man some water or something. What's going on?
The first words I wrote about you were tenderness, funny, sincerity, and understanding.
Child. So anyway, he gets through his vows, child. Vows was whack as fuck. But anyway, Chloe says yes, as I knew she would, child. And then we get to Alexandre. A long, dramatic pause. And this man said yes.
Yes, I do.
I hereby pronounce Mr. Alexander and...
Hey! Pouco j'aime saisi comme ça. Moi pouco j'aime saisi comme ça. This is the most shocking yes I have ever seen at a Love is Blind wedding episode. My flabber was gasted. Do you understand me? Okay? Flabber was gasted. Couldn't believe he said yes. And later on, he said that he realized as she was saying her vows that he was in fact in love with her.
I was hesitating, but then I had a real epiphany. I realized I was in love with you.
So what do y'all think? Do y'all think that he really fell in love with her? I'm so confused because in the entire experiment, we saw someone that just didn't want to be around her, truth be told. Didn't want to introduce his family to her. It just was given he was not in this experiment at all. Maybe I'm wrong? Let me know what y'all think. But is it a scheme that Todd set up? Did he just say it just to say it? Is he going to embarrass her down to the réunion? Nawe. Semaine prochaine. Nawe.
You have to experience it. It works. I really found faith in love again. It's the most beautiful experience of my whole life.
Next wedding, bitch. Kim and Tomas is their wedding day, and immediately she talks about the fact that she's been dreaming about this since she was a little girl, that this is her princess dream. She's in awe of the dress, and I don't know, it just really gives that she's just here for the wedding.
Oh, my dress. Thomas is older than me. He already has an 8-year-old daughter. In the real world, I never would have been interested in his profile.
Kim just wanted to get down to the wedding day, okay? Kim don't like this man. And she even says it here, where she says, yeah, in the real world, I wouldn't go for him. We know that she don't like him. We know that she thinks he's ugly. We know that she thinks he has no manners. She even talked about the fact that, when he's in fancy settings, he doesn't know the social codes. Girl, why are you here? This girl just wanted a wedding. Meanwhile, you have Tomas, who only has that father figure guy there. He didn't invite his family, which I think is weird. I'm so sorry. You didn't have no family?
I'm not lucky enough to have my family with me, but I'm very proud to have you here. My family's lack of love during my childhood hurt me.
Oh, because of the way they treated me when I was a child. I don't know. It just gives, sir, you need to be in therapy too. Tomas, you need to be in therapy. The fact that you would be willing to get married to this lady after all the ways this lady has disrespected you since she laid eyes on you. You are weak. Weak. There's no way you should have pressed forward with this woman. But anyway, here we are. She walks down the aisle looking gorgeous as hell. She looked great. The shots actually of her and Tomas getting ready to walk down the aisle, whoever filmed that, the cinematography, chef's kiss. Chef's kiss. Anyway, she walks down the aisle. She looks great. Tomas gave his vows and they were very, very mindful and, very from the heart.
I was drawn in by this invisible bond. In real life, I discovered the amazing woman you are.
And then you have her who's telling her vows, and I felt like her vows were basically you helped me evolve, you helped me do this, you helped me do that. It didn't really give, you the love of my life, you the person I want to get married to. It just didn't really give that. It didn't really give that, okay?
I'm extremely grateful to the experiment and to you.
But anyway, after a long pause, she says no.
Right now, our differences are too significant for me, and as of now, I won't be able to overcome them.
She says no, and we know why. She didn't want to get married for real. She just wanted to dress up. It's so clear. She just wanted to dress up. She did not give a fuck about this man, okay? And is it me or her walk away was so awkward? What the fuck is this? Yo, me and Mr. Easter were watching that and we kept rewinding it. He could not stop laughing. He thought that shit was so motherfucking funny. What was that walk away? What was that? What was that? Why is she walking off like she's walking in? Like, it just was so weird. Anyway, she called her no a rational choice. Remember, she called her yes to him irrational, okay? And she said, you know, that's the lawyer in me popping out. Girl, you never wanted that man. And to be honest, Thomas, you should have never wanted her. You need to be in therapy and you need to find your self-worth so that you don't go into any other situation that mirrors this one, because this woman had no respect for you whatsoever. So I'm not understanding why you pushed forward with this. Van Mee and Sabrina, I'm hoping he says no immediately. Like, I don't even want to hear Van Mee say no vows. I don't want to hear Van Mee say no motherfucking vows. I want him to walk down this aisle and say no thank you and get the fuck on. Okay? But because Van Mee is a when will my reflection show, he's going to be mindful, he's going to be respectful, but he did talk about all the things that worry him when it comes to Sabrina.
I know there's love. Her possessive, jealous side has created tensions, and well, you know, can be kind of scary.
She's jealous. She's possessive. She's a psycho, according to your own sister, okay? But anyway, he walks down the aisle. He looks great. Of course, he gives that damn nervous ass smile. Van Mee, you gotta let that shit go. We gotta throw that shit away. Please stop doing that shit. Like, yo, the house could be on fire and it's gonna be Van Mee. That motherfucker there's a smiley ass motherfucker. I'm telling you. Just like, please stop. Stop. Is it me or Sabrina look like Ursula when she first got legs coming down the aisle? She looked like Ursula when Ursula first got her legs and she went on to marry Ariel's husband. She just looks so evil coming down that aisle. Ugh. And that choker, horrible. She just looked like a villain. Anyway, her vows were very nice. And so were his. But mid-vowels, he said no.
I think the foundations of our relationship are solid and sincere. But I think that we still need a little time.
Thank God. And then he went on to say, you know, they just need more time. He wants to continue. Shut your ass up, Van Mee, and stop motherfucking lying. During Black Women's Voyage, Black Women's Month. Who the fuck in their right mind wants to continue with this lady? Please stop lying. You ain't got a lot of me, Craig, okay? That lady is crazy. No, you do not want to continue, but I get it. You want to be nice. You want to be mindful. But please stop lying to yourself and that lady and to me and the world. Please. No, you do not want to continue. You do not.
I do not.
Tell the truth, shame the devil, please. Okay. She did say that she understood his decision, and I mean, I think she took this well. She took it better than I thought, child.
I'm a bit disappointed. But the main thing is that we love each other and we'll see what happens.
But I really hope that he does not continue to date this lady. Please do yourself a mental health decision and say no. Say no to Sabrina. Thank you so much. Lastly, we have Julie and Charles. Julie looked gorgeous in her dress. Julie coming into her wedding suite, she was happy that she is going to be with somebody who's not going to abandon her. And again, sister therapy. Love is therapy. That's what you need. Love is therapy. That's what you need, Julie. That abandonment scare, that's deep. You need to get that looked at immediately. Also, I just feel like that's his choice of words when it comes to picking your husband. Charles loves the fact that they have developed true feelings for each other. Julie's dad came into her wedding suite, and that was such a sweet moment. Looking at them, the tears, it was just sweet.
Hi, darling. How are you? Oh, don't cry, darling.
Charles's aunt came to his suite. His mother passed when he was younger, so his aunt came.
I'll gladly stand in for her and walk you down the aisle.
You know, I'm sure that in some way she's here with us.
Yes, absolutely.
And side note, the venue that where these folks were in their suites, those suites were amazing. Like probably the most elegant suites I've seen, in a Love is Blind franchise. But anyway, it's time for the wedding, and Julie comes down the aisle with her father.
This contract.
Side note, am I the only one who noticed this random scene? And they're both headed to the wedding. And, Julie was talking about how she knows that she stresses him out. But, that's just her defense mechanism. And it's like, girl, if you keep doing that, I don't know how long that's going to last.
Because I'm afraid of being abandoned. Sometimes I'm not easy. I know I can wear him down. I can push him to his limits. So it is possible that he says no.
I just don't know how long that's going to last, child. But, Charles kind of gives me he going to put up with it because he was desperate for a wife too. So I don't know. IDK. Maybe it will last. Anyway. Julie comes down the aisle. She looks gorgeous. She says her vows. And honestly, her vows were very heartfelt, very emotional. People cried. Then you had Charles who said his vows and people cried even more. Like it was just very, very heartfelt.
You will always be my priority. I promise not to abandon you.
You have filled my soul with tenderness and my heart with love.
They both said yes to each other. And honestly, I'm happy for these two. I really hope it lasts.
Yes.
Long, happy marriage.
I'm just worried about Julie's temperament. Julie's temperament for me is what scares me for them. But I feel like if she can go to therapy and she can get the help that she needs, I think that they will have a very, very good, long-lasting relationship, long-lasting marriage. I feel like out of everybody, these two really, really gave this experiment a chance for real on both sides. And I think that the experiment works when you have the mindset that these two have. I hope that they don't disappoint me down to the reunion. Drop that in the comments and let me know what you guys think about all these couples that got married and the couples that didn't. And I guess we're going to see what the croissant people bring down to the reunion next week. I think the reunion comes on October 5th. So we're going to be in there like swimwear. Okay. So anyway, drop that in the comments. Let me know your thoughts and I'll see y'all in the next one.
VVS, I just turn the water on. Big old flex. Shit you never saw before. These niggas chasing me like